Hey there! So let's take a look at the Ellie Studio Let's Go Traveler's Notebook Kit. This is such an awesome kit, and I'm happy to say that I had a hand in creating it with Ellie when I was visiting her earlier in the year. And we had so much fun designing it, and I hope you'll have fun creating with it. So here are the papers. Each design you get two sets of the paper. They're just the right thickness, not too thick to make your pages too rigid and not too thin. I really love the weight of them. I love this this fun pattern. And the Oh the Places We Go has all of the colors included on it. And I also love how it has a lot of white space at the top. This fun yellow, the multicolor page, and then the triangle page. There's so much movement happening with this paper. I really love it. So there you have the papers. Next up we have a couple of tags. The yellow one is blank for you to add your own writing and stamping, and then there's the Go tag as well. I love that mint green, it makes me so happy. Here are the labels, and half of them have little icons on them to match with the rest of the kit, and the other half are blank. These are the die cuts, super fun, easy to punch out. I love the Let's Go multicolor die cut, and I also love that pretty green on the locale die cut. And then the sticker sheet. I love the day blank of blank, so you can keep track of what day is what in your traveler's notebook. And some of these sayings are really funny, like epic fail, what happened, because we all know that traveling isn't always perfect. And then the alpha stickers in the navy blue to match with the kit. We also have wood veneers to match. So the Eat Well, Travel Often, we all need that for our food pics because we can't eat before we take a picture, right? The Love This Heart, star, the cute little airplane, the heart with the dotted circle around it. I love the luggage. Super fun. And then last but not least, here is the stamp. We have the here and now, and then the passport kind of stamp on the right. Things I love about this place. The airplane, the car, the globe, and my favorite, the location rectangle at the bottom, because that's a perfect one to add in the title for whatever you're creating. So I'm going to go ahead and use this kit on a couple of different spreads, and I want you to just take a look at my process. I'm using the Webster's Pages Traveler's Notebook, and I first want to start out with the title page, or the cover essentially. And what I have, my insert is just has a plain craft cover, and I want to cover that up. So I'm grabbing a few different ink pads that will all match the colors of the kit pretty perfectly, because I want to add in all of the colors from the kit onto my title page to really set the tone of this colorful traveler's notebook. So check out those colors. I think I need yellow too, and I have one that's pretty darn close, so I'm going to grab that one. Okay, so let's have some fun stamping. First, I'm going to stamp the location rectangle here in navy blue. You can see how beautifully that stamps there. I'm just going to clean that off really quickly. I love, love that font. And next I'm using the Stanley Mini outline stamps, also in the navy blue. And the traveler's notebook that I'm creating for this project is from a trip to Seattle. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp Seattle just underneath location here. Now this rectangle is such a great size for these stamps, but it's also a great size for the cardstock alphabet, the navy ones that come with this kit. So if you're not much of a stamper, then you can also add your location with the stickers. So you can see here that I stamp each letter individually because I like to get them nice and close together. I don't like to have a lot of room in between my letters. And doing that is going to allow me to add the dates onto the right side there since I have such a large space. Okay, so now I'm going to grab the Stanley Junior solid alphabet and I'm going to color these little babies in, each one a different color, and so as not to make it too bright so that you can't see the navy blue outline, I'm going to stamp off on each color before I stamp it onto my little location rectangle there. And since I'm going to cut it out, I'm just going to do that above. Now the pink was quite light, so I didn't really need to stamp off. I just went ahead and stamped it. And you can see here I'm using a gum eraser to make sure that these stamps are primed and ready to go, and they're going to give me a nice stamped image. Yellow's light enough that I don't have to worry about it either, so. Okay, I already used pink, so I'm going to red. I already really love the way that this is looking. I know it's going to really set the color tone for the whole layout on the front. Grabbing my bright green here, and I think that one I don't really need to stamp off on. When I'm filling in the solid bits of these letters, okay, the last letter I've run out of colors, so I just have to redo one of the colors, and I'm going to make it the pink. So there we go. So I like to make those solid colors. I like to not put them perfectly on the outline, just to kind of make it a little bit more playful. So I've cut that out with some scissors, and I've cut out around the word location. And I have a photo here, and it's roughly 3" by 4". I've trimmed it down just a tiny bit. And it's of my family in the park that overlooks Elliott Bay. And I'm going to cut into this pink paper, which I can't believe that I'm doing, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I'm just going to add that little bit of color around the outside of my photo and adhere that there for my title page. So nothing groundbreaking here, just a simple title page. I think the most awesome thing about Traveler's Notebooks is that they don't have to be over designed, they don't have to be over embellished. It's just really about getting the memory down. It's about getting the photos printed and in a journal, and it's something that you can kind of take along with you. So if you want to do your journaling while you're traveling and then add the photos afterward, it's a great way to do it. So I'm adding because I have that colorful Seattle word, I'm going to add the Let's Go die cut at the top. And I'm going to make it look as if it's been stapled on the page, but it's not. So just adding that there on the top. And then I'm just adding a couple of stickers here as well. One of the best things about this kit is that it includes colors that you can definitely find throughout your stash. Okay, so on my second page, I've grabbed the Places We Go paper, and I've gone ahead and added my journaling to the top, leaving a space in the middle. So look at how I'm doing this here to get that all the way in the corner, placing it in the corner, then closing my book to adhere that paper. And then you just take your fingernail and run it along the inside edge there. So pretty easy to do. So then I'm just placing my photo here. And I'm just trying to figure out what else I want to go on this page. This is day one of our trip, or the first full day, essentially. So I want to make sure that I add the date here. And I'm grabbing the mini dated stamp. This is another great product to use in Traveler's Notebooks because it is smaller than the original dated stamp. So it's super easy to work into these smaller pages. Plus the font is awesome too, it's just really easy to use. And I'm not going to add the year since I already have that date recorded on my title page. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and adhere my photo. And then put that along the bottom left-hand corner. Now these are the Adventure Puffy stickers, and although these are not included in the Let's Go Traveler's Notebook kit, they are an awesome product to get along with the kit to really stretch your supplies. The colors are great. There's lots of grays, there's lots of neutrals, and then they have kind of travelers words like exploring and favorite view. So check that out. That page was really simple to create, and I've just recorded part of day one of our trip. So one thing I wanted to add to the first page is this little dotted circle, but instead of a heart, now the dotted circle is from the Hello stamp this month, but I don't want the heart to be in the center. I want the airplane to be in the center. So what I'm doing here is coloring in the dotted circle with a water-based marker. And I'm just going to try that one more time because sometimes the first time it's not as good. And that was the first time I had stamped with this one, so. Okay, and now I'm grabbing the airplane from the Let's Go stamp. And I'm going to stamp that in the peachy color. And the color I'm using for the peach is the Crisp Cantaloupe from Stampin' Up. So there we go. And then all I have to do is punch that out. I'm going to see if I have a smaller one. That one's the 1 1/8. I think I have a 1-inch hole punch that I just got from Stampin' Up. Yep. These are like my favorite punches. I love them. They're so easy to use. Okay, there we go. Then I'm just going to grab my page here and I'm going to tuck that just underneath there. And you can see that I had a little kind of teeny tiny boo-boo, and the corner of that date tag is going to cover that up. So perfect. Okay, on my double page spread, which is the next page, this is still recording the same day, I've cut that awesome gray triangle paper in half. And I'm going to do kind of a yin and yang style page here where I put one piece along the bottom and the other piece along the top on the side. So this traveler's notebook that I'm working with, they're all like different sizes essentially, but mine is just a little bit smaller than the paper, so no big deal, just trim it. So I think that I want to put my photos in the white space. So I'm going to jump the gun here as I typically do and just go ahead and adhere that down using permanent adhesive because that's how I roll. But it's not always a good thing to do. So this page is essentially about our afternoon on day 1 where we ate lunch and how Simon and I were allowed to have a little date hour to get a coffee and read a book. It was so wonderful because our friends looked after all the kids for us. So I'm just going through my product here to see what I want to add to this double page spread. And since we had lunch out, I want to add the word burger and the heart from the sticker set to that orange tag. And I've already added my journaling to the yellow like shipping tag there. So now I'm just going to cut this out and I'm going to do it with my trimmer since that'll make it a lot neater. And faster too. But I'm not really loving how this is lining up and working out. It feels really just disjointed to me to have the tag at the bottom. I guess because I have all of that negative space on the bottom left and it's feeling like my photo is heavy sitting on that tag. So I'm going to work that one out. So I'm going to add a stamped saying to my tag here. And it's the best. We went to Red Mill Burgers on our first day in Seattle and it was pretty darn good. So if you haven't been, I highly suggest it. And I'm also adding the Good Eats sticker to the top. I'm going to handwrite. I know, gasp, I hardly ever handwrite on my pages, but I just want to, add in a bit of my own handwriting sometimes. So I'm struggling here with figuring out where to place everything, and as you'll see, I ended up moving my photo down to the bottom just so that tag could be on the top, and I added a couple of puffy stickers from the puffy stickers included in the add-ons this month. I also added that cute wood veneer heart. So on the right side here, I've printed my journaling just on a plain white cardstock, and I'm adding it to the pattern paper with the There triangle below it. And I'm also grabbing on the Adventure Puffy stickers the Good Stuff puffy sticker. So not too much embellishment, just the right amount, I think. And there's the first couple of pages of my Traveler's Notebook. This is actually the first Traveler's Notebook I've ever created, and I really, really love it so far. You don't need anything special besides an actual Traveler's Notebook insert, and you can actually make that really easily. I love this Let's Go Traveler's Notebook kit. I love how colorful it is and how simple it is to create these pages that record a really special trip for us. So be sure to be on the lookout for more pages as I share them on my blog and my Instagram feed. Head to the link in my video notes to take advantage of this beautiful Let's Go Traveler's Notebook kit. It includes everything you see here, and I have a feeling that this one is going to go fast, so be sure to check it out today. Thanks so much for watching, and happy creating in your Traveler's Notebook.